What if I told you the biggest prediction for FIFA 2026 isn't Argentina, it isn't France, it isn't Brazil, and it definitely isn't England. In fact, the team I'm about to reveal has less than a handful of people expecting them to lift the trophy. Most football fans would laugh at this prediction. Pundits would call it impossible. The bookmakers would probably give them almost no chance. But history has a funny way of repeating itself. Every World Cup creates one story that nobody sees coming. In 2002, it was South Korea. In 2018, Croatia reached the final. In 2022, Morocco shocked the entire planet. So here's the question. Who will be the impossible story of FIFA 2026? Stay until the end because this prediction sounds completely insane today. But by the time the World Cup begins, you might realize it wasn't impossible after all. But every 4 years, football fans make the same mistake. We assume the biggest names will dominate. We believe the strongest squads always win. We trust the rankings. But the World Cup doesn't care about rankings. It doesn't care about market value. It doesn't care about predictions. Pressure changes everything. One injury, one red card, but one penalty shootout, one incredible performance, and suddenly the entire tournament changes forever. That's exactly why impossible stories happen. This World Cup is unlike any other. For the first time ever, watch the 48 teams, more matches, more travel, more pressure, more opportunities for surprises. Favorites won't just need talent, they'll need stamina, squad depth, mental strength, adaptability. One bad performance could completely destroy months of preparation. Meanwhile, underdogs only need momentum. Win one match, gain confidence, shock one giant, and suddenly they're playing without fear. That's exactly how miracles begin. Here's my prediction. Japan will reach the FIFA 2026 final. Yes, you heard that correctly. Not the quarterfinals, not the semifinals, the final. Before you click away, hear the evidence. Old Japanese teams respected football giants. Today's generation doesn't. They play against the world's biggest clubs every single week. They face elite attackers, elite defenders, elite coaches. Nothing intimidates them anymore. Against Germany, against Spain, against anyone, Japan believes they can win. That mindset changes everything. Years ago, most Japanese players stayed in domestic football. Today, many compete across Europe's biggest leagues. Week after week, they experience faster football, better tactics, higher intensity. They return to the national team stronger than ever. The gap between Japan and football giants has never been smaller. Talent wins matches. Organization wins tournaments. Japan is one of the most disciplined national teams in football. Every player understands their role. Every press is coordinated. Every defensive movement is planned against technically stronger teams. That discipline becomes incredibly dangerous. Modern football is becoming faster every year. Japan thrives in transition, quick passing, fast counterattacks, relentless movement. Against teams that dominate possession, Japan becomes even more dangerous. Nobody expects them to win. That's their greatest advantage. Argentina carries enormous pressure. France carries enormous pressure. Brazil carries enormous pressure. Japan, almost none. They can play freely. That freedom often produces fearless football. Making the final won't be easy. Japan would still need to defeat giants. Probably 2, maybe 3. That's why this prediction sounds impossible. But impossible doesn't mean impossible forever. Every historic run begins with disbelief. That freedom often produces fearless football. Argentina could suffer from aging stars. France could struggle with injuries. England could struggle with pressure. Brazil could struggle with consistency. Spain could struggle against physical teams. Portugal could rely too heavily on individual brilliance. Every favorite has weaknesses. World Cups expose weaknesses faster than any other tournament. The gap between elite nations and underdogs keeps shrinking. Sports science, modern coaching, global scouting, European academies, young stars developing earlier. Smaller nations are stronger than ever. That's why surprises happen more often today. Imagine this. Japan defeats one favorite in the round of 16. Confidence explodes. Suddenly nobody wants to face them. Momentum builds. The media changes. Fans believe. Players believe. Football changes quickly. That's how impossible becomes possible. Experience. Winning knockout matches requires calmness. Penalty shootouts. Base muscle late goals. Extra time. Those moments decide champions. Japan still needs to prove they can consistently survive them. That's the biggest question. Some of you are already typing, no chance. No, they'll never beat France. Man, they'll never beat Argentina. Oh, they'll never beat Brazil. Maybe you're right, but people said exactly the same things before Croatia reached the final, before Morocco reached the semifinals, before countless World Cup surprises. Football loves proving people wrong. I believe one traditional giant will fall before the quarterfinals. I believe one underdog will reach the final. I believe this World Cup will produce one of the greatest stories football has ever seen, and I believe Japan has a better chance than most people realize. Not because they're perfect, but because they're improving faster than almost everyone else. Will this prediction happen? Maybe. Maybe not. That's what makes football beautiful. No script, no guarantees, just 90 minutes. And sometimes, history. If Japan reaches the final, remember this video. If they don't, but that's why they call it the most impossible prediction. Do you think I'm completely wrong, or do you secretly believe this could happen? Tell me in the comments. Which team is your impossible FIFA 2026 prediction? If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more FIFA 2026 predictions, football stories, and bold takes, because the road to the World Cup has only just begun.